What's going on, you guys? Matty Dimes here, back with another Pokemon Go video. And today, guys, it is Friday once again, and I'd like to bring back Casual Fridays with Mateo, so welcome back. It's been a beautiful day so far. It's sunny out, a little bit warmer than usual. It's been in like the 40s all week, and now it's in the low 50s, so I'm going to take full advantage of that. Get out here today, play a little bit of Pokemon, just wander around, do some casual catching. But also, I wanted to talk to you guys first about something that's kind of been on my mind, and standard for these Casual Fridays. I just want to talk about general Pokemon Go stuff. But today I wanted to talk about addiction, because I know what you're thinking right away is like, Pokemon Go is not that addictive. I don't know why you're making that a topic, but it kind of can be, and I wanted to dive into that right away. Obviously, you guys know there's 3 new raid bosses out in 5-star eggs. Those are Virizion, Cobalion, and Terrakion. I probably mispronounced those, but oh well. But anyways, they're all available in Shinies, and I have only got one of them. And if you're guys remember in the past, they're always all available at the same time. It's not like you get a week for one and a week for the next. So you're kind of throwing all 3 at once to try and get after them and get those Shinies, perhaps get the 100% and whatever. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is, when you're doing this and trying to go after those Pokemon, are they really worth all the effort that you're just putting into to get those Pokemon, get those Shinies? So starting out with just in general rates, if you're spending, $20 for, for those coins, if you break it down, it comes to about like $1 per remote raid pass, or very close to. And so if you're doing like 10 raids a day with remote raid passes to go after these Pokemon and you're not getting the Shinies, that adds up pretty quickly. So if, say you're doing 10 a day for a week, that's nearly like $70 just for a Pokemon that's A, not the shiny that you're looking for, and B, a Pokemon that's not really relevant in many things anyways. So speaking of Virizion in particular, he's not a very good attacker. I mean, you're not going to use him in PvP in most cases, I don't think. You're not going to use him in raids in most cases, I don't really think. And so, I mean, there's not very many practical uses for this Pokemon beyond just getting a cool shiny Pokemon. And so with that said, guys, I would just be very careful doing these raids and dumping a bunch of money into it just to get a random shiny Pokemon, or like, I mean, it is a cool shiny for all 3 of these. They're cool shiny Pokemon, sure, but is it really worth spending all that money for? And what I'm going to say today, guys, is no, it's not. Like, if you're going to waste your money on things, I mean, I suppose there's worse things you could spend your money on, but addiction is real in this game. If you're trying to go after those shinies that hard and you're spending that much money, what are you getting out of it? But just, guys, what I wanted to stress here on this is, when you're playing this game, you really want to prioritize your time spent and your money spent on this, because this can be a pretty, it can be a taxing game after a long time, especially if you're going into all these raids constantly. You're trying to get those 100%, you're trying to get those shinies. And so what I would recommend, guys, just because they're not the strongest raid bosses out right now, and because it's not necessarily that crazy to go after them, I would just take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out there, use your free raid passes, sure. Go out there, and if you need to use a couple a day to go after a couple shiny chances, fine, go ahead. That's all good, but I would just be careful dumping, all sorts of money into go after these guys, because A, they've been out before, B, they'll be back again, and C, they're, again, for the 3rd time or 4th time during this video, they're just not that strong. So guys, just be cautious when you're going after these, because addiction is kind of a strong word for this, I guess, just motivation to go after something constantly and not getting the right results. It kind of is a little bit of addiction. And the reason I'm bringing this up today to do is because addiction is a little bit more to me than just playing Pokemon Go. And not trying to get too deep or personal about this, but I've been dealing with addiction a lot in my life. I have a little bit of an addictive personality, especially when it comes to gaming and stuff like that. So I tend to latch on and try to go after all of these shinies, the 100% Pokemon that I don't have yet, because I want to get those registered. Everyone wants to be a top-level player. They want to be the best. But at the same time, you have to take just practical looks at things and see how much effort is this really worth to get after. And so in my life, too, beyond just Pokemon Go and gaming, addiction can be a challenge, too. I mean, just in general, I think people, when they think addiction, they think alcohol, gambling, some a little bit more devious topics, perhaps, on those things. But, I mean, just with that said, I've been trying to quit addiction in certain categories, like alcohol and nicotine and those sorts of things, and it can be a challenging process, and it takes a while to take yourself back out of that and make positive come from it, and get yourself out of that mindset where you constantly want to be going after these things, or this is what you want to do, and you're pressuring your mind in a kind of convoluted way to go after those things when that's really not what you need or what you want in life. but it's something that your body is craving. And so that's, I guess, that's the point of today's video, is just making sure when you're going out after these things, if you are going out after these things, just to be cautious when you're doing so, because it can put you in a bind where you're really trying to go after something that's not very much worth it. Yeah. With all that said, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope some of this resonated with you in any way. And if you guys are dealing with some sort of addiction in your own life, something you're trying to get over, or you've dealt with something Pokemon Go related that you've gone over and over again and still haven't gotten what you're looking for, but you've put in all sorts of resources for, I mean, let us know about it. Let us know what you've learned. Post it in the comments. Just I'd like to see what other people have dealt with in this respect. What other people are running into when they're trying to, I suppose, go after all these shinies, go after all these raid bosses and still not have that success. Like, what are people finding that works for them, ways that they can get past their own addictive personalities, if that's the case. Yeah, so anyways, guys, I'm going to cut it off there. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, and hope to see you guys soon.